So welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be so much fun because it is the first holiday look of the season. So today we have a really fun kind of a pinup inspired cat eye meets holiday glam. So what I love about this look is that it's super easy to do, yet it's a huge statement look, obviously. Something that is pretty safe to wear in photos. It will definitely photograph well. The eyes won't look too dark. The lips are going to be gorgeous and festive. And it's also something you could actually wear around family because it's not, doesn't have like lashes out to here. It's not like provocative, and it can definitely be downplayed with a softer lip if you want a more kind of nude look. And it can also even be worn on a date, maybe with a nude lip or whatever. So yeah. Okay, so with that being said, rolling into other stuff, I did actually pre-film my favorites video, which you just saw come out because I was going to be very busy. So I was glad I was able to kick off the month with favorites after being MIA for most of fall due to work, due to the fashion shows and whatnot. So I definitely want to film some holiday looks for you guys and not be MIA as the year starts to pan out. So for those of you who don't know, I did slightly update my hair. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to turn around and show you everything. So here is the back and here is the back. So yeah, so basically it is a barberized undercut. It's a very stacked bob, and I made it even brighter and redder than before, which may not show up on camera. We didn't cut too much into the bangs because I don't always have time to style them. This way that they're still a little on the longer side. And they go in with the rest of the here's the profile, rest of the choppier haircut. And I like them because they look less structured compared to the last time when I did them. So we actually just touched up the roots. We added some heavy low lighting, and we used the previous color Fade Out actually as a highlight. Hi baby. Okay, so the dogs are barking up a storm, so I'm gonna let you go now, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. So to get started on today's look, we're gonna be taking the BareMinerals 5-in-1, and this is the shade Candlelit Peach. We're just gonna place this from the eyelid to the brow bone so that the eyeshadows stay on longer, are budge-proof, crease-proof, and just overall more pigmented. We're going to take a delicate tapping motion just to blend that all in using the warmth of our finger. So to get started on today's look, we're going to be taking the BareMinerals wish list. So for those of you who are BareMinerals fans, you'll enjoy this video. This is actually a nice little palette. And we're going to start off by taking all these lovely neutrals and the Furless Tapered Blender. I'm going to begin with Chance, and as you can see, there is a little bit of a fallout with this palette. That's why it's so messy. It's still pretty new to me, but I'm still developing fun ideas with it. But today I really want to do something kind of holiday that's going to work for a lot of people. Okay, so next up we're going to be taking Come True, and this is in a nice, very, very basic neutral color. I'm going to be using that as today's transition color. And we're just going to go ahead and start blending that in the crease using the Furless Tapered Blender. Okay, so now we're going to be taking a little bit of Mary. This is a very nice, pretty, glistening shimmer color. I'm going to be placing that just on the back of the arch of the brow bone. Just blending that out. Also want a little bit in the inner tear duct as well. So next up, I'm going to be taking Granted, which is just a little bit more pink than the shade Come True. And then just start to blend that into the outer corner of the eye. We don't want this to get too MAC, so we're just gonna scale back and keep it pretty light. Next up, gonna be taking the BareMinerals loose eyeshadow in the shade Citrus Twist. Absolutely love their loose pigments. They're such a good steal for your money at $15. Taking the Furless paddle brush, we're just gonna go ahead and press that now into the eyelid area, taking very little tight, almost like airbrush patting motions, just to get the majority of that color on, otherwise you'll get even more fallout than that. Now, as I've stated, I don't want this to become too MAC-like, so next color I'm going to be taking is Gold Leaf. So, you know, we put Mary right in here, so I want it to blend almost seamlessly into Citrus Twist. So I'm not going to be doing this just to add like a ton of like high shine and remarkable 5 million colors. This is more or less just so it blends seamlessly. It's a very subtle. Next up, we're going to be taking Good Spirits, and it's a very soft little brown. And we're going to do a little bit of like a little cat eye shading. So next up, I'm going to be taking Boardroom, which is like a true kind of like a hot chocolatey color. I have you really close to my old eyes just so you can kind of see this little shading I'm doing here. So I know I'm not pretty like all the like YouTube starlets, so bear with me. And taking a makeup remover and making a very clean slice. Make sure it's pretty fanned out, not quite like Arabic, but pretty fanned out. Next up, we're going to be taking the Milani iTech Perfection Liquid Liner. So these pens are actually made in Germany. For those wondering like which drugstore brand homes Milani. It's all kind of about finger placement. I like to rest the pinky here, and this is a nice little handle. Okay, so next up I'm going to be taking the BareMinerals Primetime in the shade Brightening. It comes in clear or original brightening, and then there are the Primetime BBs. So if you have a lot of, you know, discoloration you want to work out, the Primetime BBs are really the way to go. So now I'm going to be taking the Kat Von D Locket, and this is the shade Light 44. And we'll start with that amount. You want to get a slightly damp sponge, no reason to wring this out, soak it, microwave it. You don't want to deform it. So I'm going to start in the center of the face. Next up, we're going to be taking BareMinerals Well Rested, now that the face looks so much better. And it's a concealer, but it also makes you look well rested. It comes in at least 5 shades. See, it comes in Well Rested, it comes in Bisque, it comes in Summer Bisque, Honey Bisque, Dark Bisque, and Deep Bisque. This is a new jar, I swear. Next up, I'm going to be taking Hydrating Veil. And just smoothing that one on. We're going to go ahead and take Lash Domination Mascara, and we're only going to be doing the upper lash. We're going to leave a very clean lower lash line. That's what they've been showing on the runway for late 2016, so we probably won't see much of that getting talked about until 2017. Alright, so we'll be filling in my ugly 90s brows, and I'm taking Anastasia Beverly Hills Caramel. And we're just gonna kind of groom it. They do make a red one, an auburn one. It just tends to look like chocolate from Anastasia on me, and chocolate is very brown. On some of my old videos I get a lot of questions, what happened to your eyebrows? Why are they so horrible? If you grew up in the 90s on the West Coast, you know why my brows are terrible. I'm just gonna put some powder in and kind of smooth them down. To get that beautiful winter glow, I'm gonna be taking Tropical Sunset. I don't know what I was gonna say Lola for. I think that's another limited edition blush we have in the winter, but I'm gonna be taking Tropical Sunset. This only comes out once in a while. So I'm just going to kind of feather that on with the same 6+ brush because it's super pigmented, and this brush already has a little bit of foundation in it. So that'll kind of soften the Tropical Sunset glow. This is from the Countdown to Gorgeous kit for this year. It's the Advent calendar. And there are going to be 2 fun-filled limited edition blushes in there. But the reason I like a hot pink blush, like in the winter, I think it was Max the Tarte and Tail that kind of turned me on to it, and some of X Sparkage's old videos, but it just looks like a fun, kind of like a snow frostbitten glow. The Makeup Geek's new duochrome highlighter in the shade Moon Phase, and I always wanted to try one of the colored highlighters. This is a fun, kind of like a, I think this one's the teal one. But I know a lot of people say that the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighters can be a bit gritty, so I was very interested in this formula because it's the same formula as their foiled shadows. You can see it's got that nice teal look. I kind of bought it to replace my Jeffree Star Skin Frost in that I had. I still have it, but I put it in my pro kit. I don't use it anymore on myself or in videos. I'm going to be adding a little sun now as sort of like a contour-esque color, but or bronzer I should say, but I'm just going to be doing it in the shape of a bronzer, but just to add some dimension to the face, if that makes sense. I don't do a full bronzer, so you'll see what I mean. I'll kind of start here. I really buff it out because I don't want the minerals to look too shimmery, even though this will add warmth to my skin. Because everybody's cheeks flush unevenly, so I want that, because mine especially naturally flush very unevenly, so I don't want that hard line right here. It looks very unnatural on me. So I'm just gonna tap as we do at BareMinerals and buff, baby. You really need to buff if you don't want too much sparkle on the face. OCC lip pencil in Anime. We're just gonna line the little lips and fill them in. So now I'm taking Red Apple lipstick in Rebel. I did pay for this lipstick through Petite Voir. Like a pretty, like, I don't know, magenta apple red. And then blot because it's really glossy. Hi everybody, so welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a lot of fun because it's our first holiday look of the season. So I'm super excited to bring to you sort of a pinup inspired meets cat eye, fun, you know, frost-bitten glow look. I think it's really cute. So for those of you who want to see something that's just